Alright guys, let's talk about the dumbbell press. It's a staple exercise for building a bigger chest. But are you getting the most out of it? If you're putting in the work and your chest isn't growing, you might be making some common mistakes. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 biggest mistakes I see people making on the dumbbell press. Mistakes that could be absolutely killing your gains. We're not just going to identify these mistakes, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them so you can start seeing real results. Get ready to level up your chest training because we're about to unlock some serious growth potential. Let's get to it. Let's talk about hand positioning, specifically where your hands end up at the bottom of the movement. You see a lot of guys doing it, and you might even be doing it yourself, letting those dumbbells drift back as if they're trying to be in line with their shoulders. Listen up, because this is a big deal if you want to build a bigger chest. When you let those dumbbells drift back, you shift the emphasis away from your pecs and onto your front delts. We're here to build a chest, and that means we need to keep the focus on the pecs throughout the entire movement. So, how do you fix this? It's all about creating a line of pull that directly targets those chest muscles. Instead of letting your dumbbells drift back in line with your shoulders, think about keeping them more in line with your nipples at the bottom of the movement. This might feel a little awkward at first, especially if you've been doing it the wrong way for a while. But trust me, this slight adjustment makes a world of difference. By keeping the dumbbells in line with your chest, you're ensuring that your pecs are doing the heavy lifting, leading to better muscle activation and ultimately, more growth. Don't underestimate the importance of proper form. It's not just about lifting the weight, it's about lifting it correctly to maximize your results. So ditch the shoulder-aligned dumbbell position and start targeting your chest more effectively. Remember, we're here to build a chest that's full and powerful from every angle. Keep those dumbbells in check and watch your chest gain skyrocket. Now, let's talk about range of motion. I see this all the time. Guys loading up the bar, ego taking over, and barely moving those dumbbells an inch. Listen, if you're only doing half reps, you're only getting half the results. Full range of motion is crucial for maximizing muscle growth. Why? Because it forces your muscles to work through their entire range of motion, stretching and contracting to their fullest potential. This leads to greater muscle fiber recruitment, which translates to bigger, stronger pecs. Think about it. When you lower the dumbbells all the way down, you're allowing your chest muscles to fully stretch. This stretch is important because it creates a mechanical tension that signals your muscles to grow. And when you push the dumbbells back up, you're forcing your chest muscles to contract fully, leading to greater muscle activation and strength gains. So, how do you know if you're using a full range of motion? It's simple. At the bottom of the movement, your elbows should be slightly below your chest, and at the top of the movement, your arms should be fully extended without locking out your elbows. Don't be afraid to lighten the weight and focus on achieving a full range of motion. Remember, it's not about how much weight you can lift, but how well you can lift it. So ditch the ego, embrace the full range of motion, and watch your chest grow like never before. We've all seen it. The guy at the gym heaving and hoeing, flinging weights around like they're trying to launch them into orbit. Not only is it dangerous, but it's also robbing you of serious gains. When it comes to the dumbbell press, control is king. Rushing through the movement, especially the eccentric or lowering phase, is a surefire way to sabotage your progress. You see, when you lower the weight too quickly, you're relying on momentum instead of your muscles to do the work. This reduces the time your muscles spend under tension, which is crucial for stimulating muscle growth. Think of it like this. Imagine you're stretching a rubber band. If you stretch it slowly and controlled, you can feel the tension building up. But if you stretch it too quickly, it won't have the same effect. Your muscles work the same way. They need that slow, controlled tension to grow. So, how do you maintain control? Focus on lowering the dumbbells slowly and deliberately, taking about 2 to 3 seconds for the descent. This ensures that your chest muscles are doing the work, not momentum. As you push the weight back up, maintain a steady and controlled pace, avoiding any jerky or explosive movements. Remember, it's not a race. Focus on quality over quantity. By controlling the weight and emphasizing the negative portion of the lift, you'll increase time under tension, leading to greater muscle activation and ultimately more chest growth. So slow down, feel the burn, and watch your chest gains soar. Alright, let's talk about arching your back. A common mistake that not only sabotages your chest workout but also puts your spine at risk. You see, when you arch your back excessively during the dumbbell press, you're essentially turning it into a decline press, shifting the emphasis away from your upper chest and onto your shoulders and lower chest. Not only that, but excessive arching also puts unnecessary stress on your lower back, increasing your risk of injury. Remember, we're here to build a bigger, stronger chest, not a weaker, injured back. So, how do you fix this? It all starts with proper form and body awareness. Before you even touch the dumbbells, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Drive your heels into the ground and engage your core muscles, creating a stable base. As you lower the dumbbells, imagine you're trying to push your upper back into the bench. This will help you maintain a neutral spine throughout the movement. Keep your chest up and your shoulders pulled back and down, avoiding any shrugging. Remember, the goal is to keep your entire body tight and stable, with your core engaged and your spine neutral. This will not only protect your back, but also allow you to generate more power from your chest muscles, leading to better results. So, ditch the arch, protect your spine, and watch your chest gains skyrocket. Alright, let's talk about something that's often overlooked but absolutely crucial for maximizing your chest gains and preventing injuries. The warm-up. You wouldn't jump into a sprint without stretching your legs first, would you? The same principle applies to weightlifting. Warming up your muscles before hitting the dumbbells is essential for preparing your body for the work ahead. It increases blood flow to your muscles, improves flexibility, and prepares your joints for the stress of lifting heavy weights. Think of it like this. Imagine your muscles are like cold rubber bands. If you try to stretch them cold, they're more likely to snap. But if you warm them up first, they become more pliable and less prone to injury. So what constitutes a proper warm-up? It doesn't have to be complicated. Start with some light cardio, like jogging on the treadmill or jumping jacks, to get your heart rate up and your blood flowing. Then move on to some dynamic stretches, such as arm circles, chest stretches, and shoulder rotations, to improve mobility and flexibility in your upper body. Finally, do a few light sets of the dumbbell press with a weight that's about 50% of your working weight. This will help activate your chest muscles and prepare them for the heavier lifts to come. Remember, a proper warm-up is an investment in your workout and your long-term progress, so don't skip it. Let's talk about load progression, or more specifically, the lack thereof. I see it all the time. Guys using the same weight week after week, month after month, wondering why their chest isn't growing. Listen, your body is an incredible machine, but it needs a reason to change. It needs a challenge. Progressive overload is the foundation of muscle growth. It means gradually increasing the demands placed on your muscles over time, forcing them to adapt and grow stronger. This can be achieved by increasing the weight you lift, the number of reps you perform, or the number of sets you complete. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to climb a mountain. If you stay at the same altitude, you'll never reach the summit. You need to keep pushing higher and higher to challenge yourself and make progress. Your muscles work the same way. So how do you implement progressive overload? Start by tracking your workouts. Note the weight you're lifting, the number of reps you're performing, and how many sets you're completing. Once you can comfortably perform all your sets and reps with good form, it's time to increase the weight. Start with a small increase, such as 2.5 to 5 pounds, and see how your body responds. The key is to challenge yourself without sacrificing form. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Consistent, gradual progress is the key to long-term muscle growth. So, ditch the ego, embrace the challenge, and watch your chest gains reach new heights. There you have it, guys. The 6 dumbbell press mistakes that are sabotaging your chest gains and how to fix them. Remember, building a bigger, stronger chest is about more than just lifting heavy weights. It's about understanding the mechanics of the movement, using proper form, and consistently challenging your muscles to grow. By implementing the tips and techniques I've shared with you today, you'll be well on your way to unlocking your chest gains and building the physique you've always wanted. So next time you hit the gym, leave your ego at the door, focus on quality over quantity, and watch your chest grow like never before. Now get out there and crush it.